8 amazing talents that Sigma men possess. Have you ever wondered why some men thrive in life despite preferring solitude? Meet the enigma, the Sigma male. These are the men who defy established social hierarchies. The lone wolves of our society who march to the beat of their own drum. They are not the submissive betas or the dominant alphas. Rather, they are the enigmatic third archetype in the male social hierarchy. Sigma men are an interesting paradox because they avoid attention but, at the same time, their quiet confidence and self-reliance command respect. They don't try to lead but they also don't follow. They live outside of the traditional social ladder and aren't bothered by criticism nor seek it. They are essentially the embodiment of the proverb, "Still waters run deep." But how do Sigma males fit into the social hierarchy? The answer is that they don't. They are the outliers, the edge cases, the men who have chosen to operate outside of the traditional pecking order. They are self-sufficient, requiring little in the way of outside guidance but providing a wealth of wisdom and perspective. Now, you might be wondering why someone would choose such a path. The answer is in the distinctive mindset of a Sigma male. Their sense of self-worth is independent of traditional norms or expectations. And they perceive the world, absorb information, and interact with society differently. They are the quiet achievers, the introverted leaders, the masters of their own destiny. They are the men who have redefined masculinity, not through aggression or dominance, but through wisdom, introspection, and resilience. They are the unsung heroes, the silent revolutionaries. They value authenticity over popularity, wisdom over status, and peace over power. The men who, rather of using force, set an example for others to follow in the field of psychology. Sigma guys are undoubtedly intriguing to research. Let's look at the qualities that make them unique. Don't forget to press the subscribe button. One quality that sets Sigma males apart from other people in the vast tapestry of human personalities is their profound self-sufficiency. This trait is deeply ingrained in the character of Sigma males in a world where many people strive for validation and acceptance. The Sigma male stands out because of this self-reliance, which is both unique and intriguing. Instead of depending on other people to make them happy or to validate their sense of self, Sigma men develop a deep inner wellspring of contentment that allows them to live life on their own terms. These people are highly self-sufficient and do not reject society. Rather, it is a conscious decision to find fulfillment from within. This self-sufficiency is evident in many aspects of their lives, such as the lifestyles that Sigma males choose. For instance, they frequently choose minimalism, because they find joy in living simply and not being burdened by needless possessions or the pursuit of materialistic goals. Their self-sufficiency and capacity to find fulfillment in the important and significant aspects of their relationships rather than the superfluous are demonstrated by their minimalist lifestyle. Sigma men are capable of giving their own emotional support and do not rely on others for it. They cherish their connections but do not depend on others for their emotional well-being. The stormy seas of their feelings with the self-sufficiency compass in their professional endeavors. Sigma men frequently select occupations that provide them freedom and independence. They are the entrepreneurs. They flourish in settings where they are free to follow their own path without being constrained by inflexible hierarchies or conventional conventions. In a world where conformity is frequently demanded, freelancers and remote workers are forging their own paths with the chisel of self-sufficiency. The Sigma males carve out their own path. They are strong, independent, and inherently self-sufficient, much like the lone wolves of the human kingdom. This remarkable level of self-sufficiency is not a reflection of their alienation, but rather a testament to their fortitude, resiliency, and unwavering spirit. That is only one of the several factors that make Sigma men very amazing people. Observational abilities are a hallmark of a Sigma male. They are the ones in a room who notice the smallest things. Sigma guys are generally silent watchers who take in every detail. This attribute is not simply a personality quirk but a highly developed talent that they utilize in many facets of their life. The minute adjustments in body language and tone that they are constantly seeing, learning, and digesting. To say that Sigma men are perceptive would be an understatement. They are experts at comprehending their surroundings. Let's take a look at an example of how they might be perceived as having an internal radar that is always on the lookout for subtleties that others frequently overlook. A social event, a Sigma male would be quietly observing and mentally noting the dynamics at play while others might be lost in small talk. They notice who is controlling the conversation, who is uncomfortable, who is pretending to be interested, and who is genuinely engaged. And it's not just about social scenarios. Sigma men apply their observational abilities in work environments as well. They are able to detect possible issues before others do, and they are able to recognize opportunities that others would. Alpha males have a significant edge in decision-making processes due to their capacity to see and analyze. But what really makes them stand out is how they use these findings. They utilize their observations to guide them through life, not merely to observe for the sake of it. They may modify their behavior or approach in response to what they see, which makes them more successful in their interactions and endeavors. The observational skills of a Sigma male also include self-reflection. They are as perceptive of their own actions and reactions as they are of others. This self-awareness enables them to better understand their strengths and weaknesses and to continuously strive for self-improvement. Thus, you can see that a Sigma male's observational skills go beyond simply being a keen observer. They also involve understanding the world around them and using that understanding to navigate life more effectively. They involve learning, adapting, and growing. It's about having an acute sense of the little things in life that are frequently missed. Having a keen eye for detail is undoubtedly a useful quality. And it's this quality that gives Sigma men their distinct advantage. The capacity to see things that others miss and to take advantage of that knowledge. Alpha guys are the pinnacle of self-reliance. This sums up their essence in a factual manner rather than being hyperbolic. For Sigma males, being independent means much more than simply living alone or being self-sufficient. It means having a unique mindset that places a high value on freedom and autonomy. They are not influenced by social norms or expectations. Instead, their decisions are guided by their own ideals, values, and priorities. Think about this. A Sigma male is extremely confident in their abilities to navigate the world around them, relying on their own resources and capabilities. Their decision-making approach also reflects their independent nature. When faced with a problem, a Sigma male doesn't seek validation or approval for their solution. Instead, they trust their own judgment and intuition. And this trust is born out of a profound sense of independence. The Sigma male is not one to follow the herd. Rather, he forges his own path. He is not scared to take chances, venture into the unknown, and separate himself from the crowd. Another area in which their independence is on display is when they solve problems for Sigma males. They have a talent for coming up with creative solutions that others might miss. They are the architects of their own lives, creating their existence brick by brick and decision by decision with a blueprint that is exclusively their own. This is due to the fact that they are free thinkers who are not averse to questioning accepted norms and paradigms. However, keep in mind that Sigma men do not flaunt their independence. Rather, their choices and manner of living speak volumes about their independent spirit. They do not look to other people for validation or approval, because they derive their satisfaction from knowing that they have lived true to themselves. Therefore, when we say that men are independent, we're not only referring to their capacity for self-sufficiency or self-management. Rather, we're referring to a deeply ingrained worldview, a way of life informed by self-assurance, self-trust, and a yearning for autonomy. Their independence demonstrates their self-reliance and allows them to live life on their terms, forge their own path, and control their own fate. It goes beyond simply being by themselves. For Sigma men, being introverted is a strength in a society that frequently values extroversion. Because of their introverted disposition, Sigma guys stand out. This isn't a weakness, but rather a special quality that they use to their advantage, constructing an independent and introspective life because of their introverted personalities. Sigma males are more likely to be focused and less likely to be sidetracked by outside stimuli. This focus allows them to devote themselves fully to a task with intense precision, which boosts their productivity. They can work on a project for hours on end and frequently accomplish more than their extroverted counterparts, who may be pulled in different directions by their social tendencies. For example, a Sigma male writer uses his introverted personality to explore the depths of his imagination. He embraces solitude and lets his thoughts run wild, creating a gripping story that draws readers in. Rather than being a barrier, introversion serves as a catalyst for creativity and productivity. Moreover, whereas extroverts derive their energy from social contacts, Sigma men use their introverted nature as a source of recharging. In alone, Introverts like Sigma males refuel their mental and emotional reserves, which enables them to participate in introspection, in-depth thought, and personal development. They create their most profound thoughts and insights in social circumstances during these quiet moments. Although they may not be the star of the party, Sigma men, introverted tendencies frequently convert into keen observational abilities. They are the ones who silently watch, absorb, and comprehend the dynamics of the room. Finally, just because someone is introverted, it doesn't imply they avoid social situations. Male Sigmas can be socially adept if they so desire. In the larger scheme of things, people just prefer deep, one-on-one engagement over massive, superficial gatherings. The introverted disposition of a Sigma guy is not a weakness, but a strength that improves their ability to focus, be productive, and comprehend the world around them. For Sigma guys, introversion really is a superpower. Like chameleons, Sigma guys blend in with their surroundings with ease. This saying is accurate because Sigma men are incredibly adaptive. Much like seasoned sailors managing shifting tides, Sigma men are naturally able to adapt to a variety of situations and changes in their surroundings, allowing them to sail through life's waves. Imagine a busy city that is brimming with people, activity, and noise. Some people could find this environment too much for them to handle. A Sigma man flourishes with ease, becomes invisible in the urban buzz, as he blends in with the throng, watching and learning the rhythm of the city. His ability to adapt to this dynamic environment is not the result of luck but rather a testimonial to his adaptability. Imagine now a peaceful countryside in sharp contrast to the bustle of the metropolis. The peace, the seclusion, the leisurely pace of life, it's a completely different planet. However, the Sigma male feels equally at ease in this serene setting, discovering happiness, alone, and the simplicity of rural life. He embraces the calm, quiet, and slow pace, demonstrating his flexibility once more. Beyond their immediate surroundings, Sigma men are adept at adjusting to various social contexts, changes in their personal lives, and even changes in their own perspectives. They are like water, effortlessly flowing around obstacles and fitting the shape of the container. This adaptability doesn't mean they lose their essence or change into someone they're not. Rather, it strengthens their resistance, enabling them to face life's challenges with grace and composure. During the adjustment process, one must adapt, develop, and thrive in the face of change. One must also be receptive to new experiences, viewpoints, and obstacles. This ability is embodied by Sigma men, who exhibit their fortitude and might in the face of adversity. Their ability to adapt is evidence of their resilience. What sets Sigma men apart is their resilience, which is fueled by adaptability. It gives them the power to handle any circumstance, any setting, or any change with grace and confidence. Male Sigmas don't only believe they are strategists. The ability to think strategically separates Sigma guys from the others. It goes beyond simply creating plans and objectives. Oh no, it's far more complex than that. It's about looking at the wider picture, predicting future obstacles, and coming up with solutions for them before they even come up. When it comes to personal projects, Sigma males approach them differently than other men. Rather than jumping right in, they take the time to carefully analyze the situation from all angles, identify potential challenges, research potential solutions, and then meticulously craft a strategy. They think ahead and are always prepared to pivot if necessary. This strategic approach helps them overcome obstacles with ease and makes even the most difficult tasks seem manageable. However, Sigma men aren't just strategic thinkers when it comes to personal projects. It's also apparent in the way that Sigma men handle challenging social circumstances. You see, a Sigma male may appear quiet or reserved, but behind that calm exterior, they're strategically observing the dynamics, understanding the power structures and figuring out how to navigate them. They're not interested in being the center of attention. Instead, they strategically choose when and how to engage, making sure that, when they do, it's impactful and meaningful. Sigma males are often perceived as introverts or loner. But this doesn't mean they lack social skills, quite the opposite. The capacity for strategic thought to foresee and prepare for the future is a key component of a Sigma male's success. Their strategic thinking not only benefits them personally, but also makes them valuable team members who are able to anticipate problems and come up with solutions that others might miss. It's this strategic mindset that helps them navigate the challenges of everyday life with a calm, composed demeanor. They are rarely caught off guard instead of reacting to situations. Despite their reclusive personality, they thrive while working on a personal project, negotiating social interactions, or contributing to a team. This is because their strategic thinking is essential to their success. These days, Sigma men are very emotionally intelligent. You may be wondering now, what does that mean? Emotional intelligence is the capacity to recognize, utilize, and regulate emotions in constructive ways to reduce stress, effectively communicate, empathize with others, overcome obstacles, and diffuse conflict. Since of their innate propensity for introspection, Sigma men have an advantage when it comes to emotional intelligence, since they spend a lot of time reflecting on their feelings and ideas. This deep self-awareness enables them to identify their emotions as they arise, comprehend their triggers, and effectively control their emotional responses. For example, in a heated argument, a Sigma male is able to take a step back, recognize the surge of anger or frustration, and choose a more constructive response than to react impulsively. He is not readily moved by emotional upheaval. Instead, he handles it with grace and poise. This goes beyond simply controlling one's own emotions. Despite their inclination for solitude, Sigma guys are also adept at reading others' emotions. They can detect subtle signs, comprehend feelings that are not spoken, and respond in ways that demonstrate empathy. Understanding this capacity helps them forge lasting connections. Think about a sign from a guy friend who observes that you're depressed even though you haven't spoken about it. He listens, understands, and gives you comfort or advice out of pure concern for you. Sigma men are emotionally intelligent and know when to cut ties in order to protect their own well-being. They prioritize self-care not out of selfishness but rather because they realize its necessity in sustaining overall emotional wellness. Their emotional intelligence also aids in dispute resolution. They are aware of when to unplug, recharge, and take care of their mental health. Because of their capacity for understanding different viewpoints, Sigma males are often able to find common ground and resolve conflicts amicably. They view conflict not as a fight to be won but as a problem to be solved cooperatively. And their emotional intelligence is evidence of their depth and complexity. In other words, Sigma males are not stereotypes, but rather an intriguing blend of introspection, emotional acuity, and quiet strength. This is a saying that Sigma guys frequently self-taught during their lives. This assertion, this impressive quality of autodidacticism, the capacity to learn new information and skills on one's own without the need for formal instruction or guidance, rings true for many Sigma males. Let's take a closer look at this fascinating skill and its implications. Instead of being constrained by the traditional confines of a classroom or the structured curriculum of a course, Sigma males are essentially intellectual explorers venturing into the vast expanse of knowledge and information and charting their own course. Instead, they rely on their own initiative, their thirst for knowledge, and their capacity to seek out and absorb information. For example, technology is a quickly changing industry where new programming languages and techniques appear on a regular basis. Think about a Sigma male with an interest in philosophy or literature. They might spend hours poring over texts, extracting insights and understanding not because they have an exam to pass or a paper to write, but purely out of personal interest and intellectual curiosity. Sigma males in tech frequently teach themselves these new languages in order to stay ahead of the curve and ensure their relevance and competitiveness in the job market. This capacity for self-education involves more than just picking up new information or abilities. It also involves autodidacticism, which promotes personal development. Sigma men never stop challenging themselves, pushing and growing beyond their own limitations. They are never content to remain still. Instead, they are always progressing and expanding in their career. And this quality greatly aids in their growth. Employers respect workers who take the initiative to learn and develop, who are flexible with changing circumstances and technologies, and who don't mind stepping outside of their comfort zones. In conclusion, Sigma guys who prefer to learn on their own suit the description nicely. The Sigma male's tendency towards autodidacticism is a fundamental aspect of who they are. It is evidence of their intellectual curiosity, their desire to better themselves, and their capacity to successfully navigate the world of knowledge on their own. These 8 competencies serve as the cornerstones of a Sigma male's life. Let's now consider the essence of these skills and their profound influence on the life of a Sigma male. The first skill we examined was self-sufficiency, or the capacity to rely on oneself. This trait gives Sigma males the confidence to face any challenge, because they know they can handle it. It's like being the captain of your own ship, navigating life's stormy seas with unwavering determination. Next, we looked at Sigma males' keen observational skills. This skill enables individuals to comprehend their environment and the people in it, giving them insightful knowledge that may direct their choices and behaviors. The third aptitude, independence, highlights the Sigma M's inclination for independence as opposed to conformity. This characteristic gives individuals the flexibility to choose their own path in life, enabling them to pursue personal development and self-realization despite their introversion. The ability to appreciate alone, reflect on their experiences, and develop a greater knowledge of both themselves and the world around them is the fourth talent, which is not a weakness but a strength. Flexibility, the fifth talent, gives Sigma men the ability to bounce back from setbacks and conquer obstacles. It's their go-to tool for surviving in a world that is always changing. The sixth ability gives Sigma men the ability to successfully plan and carry out their goals. It's like having a mental roadmap that leads them there. Understanding and controlling their emotions is also made possible for Sigma guys by the sixth skill, emotional intelligence. These 8 qualities represent the distinctive constellation that leads a Sigma male through life. They contribute to their success, happiness, and the distinctive way they interact with the world. Additionally, they help them empathize with others, which improves their interpersonal relationships and supports their emotional well-being. Finally, their autodidacticism, or self-directed learning, reflects their insatiable curiosity and love for knowledge, which keeps them intellectually stimulated and continuously growing.